As a CEO, you've likely had situations where your sales reps prepared thoroughly, gave what seemed like a strong presentation, and came back without a closed deal. And it's frustrating because at that point, so much time and energy has already been invested. The truth is, you can do rapport building, discovery, and presentation perfectly, but if you can't close and handle objections, you won't win the deal. So what's happening in those moments that keeps a yes from turning into a signed agreement? That's what we're going to unpack in this video. And I'll also share 2 key skills your sales team can start using right away to close with confidence. I worked with a CEO in healthcare who told me this exact story. His reps were strong in their early stages. They built rapport, asked smart questions, and gave presentations that seemed to hit the mark. But when it came time to close, deals stalled. Weeks later, nothing had moved forward, and the CEO was left frustrated. His team had worked hard to create urgency and deliver compelling presentations, only to watch the momentum fade away. Here's a lesson. Closing isn't about luck or pushing harder. It's about having the confidence and the skill to guide the conversation to a clear yes. And here's the reality. Even experienced salespeople often struggle at this stage. Most avoid asking for the business altogether. Others aren't prepared when objections come up. The result is that all the effort from rapport, discovery, and presentation gets wasted. And it's not because your reps don't care or aren't trying. It's because closing is a skill that takes perfect, structured practice and discipline. Just like Michael Jordan didn't become great by reading about basketball, your team won't master closing by hearing about it once in a meeting. It takes repetition, coaching, and the right framework. What I worked on with this healthcare team was straightforward, but powerful. We focused on 2 key skills that changed everything: asking for the business with clarity and handling objections with a simple 4-step framework. And in just a moment, I'll show you exactly how those 2 skills work and how your team can start using them. Now, here's what happened next. In the first month, their results started to improve slightly. But it wasn't until they practiced the framework over and over for 3 months that the real transformation happened. It's like Jordan hitting thousands of free throws in practice. The game day success came from the hours nobody saw. That's what closing and handling objections requires. Practice that builds confidence, so when the moment comes, your team doesn't hesitate. Here's the 2-part process I gave my clients to help their teams close more deals. When your reps ask for the business, one of 3 things will happen. First, the prospect says no. Sometimes it's a clear no you can't change, and that's just part of sales. Second, they say yes, and when that happens, you have a deal. Third, and most often, they raise an objection. And that's where skill makes all the difference. So let's break down how to handle objections with a 4-step framework. First, show genuine empathy. Don't just pretend to care. Prospects can spot fake empathy instantly. Real empathy sounds like, I completely understand wanting to be careful about budget. When it's genuine, it creates a safe space for the prospect to open up and share what's really on their mind. Second, dig deeper. The first objection is often just a surface level concern or a smokescreen. For example, if a prospect says, I need to think about it, you might ask, what specifically do you need to think about? This helps uncover the real barrier instead of chasing the wrong issue. Third, check for more objections. Before you respond, ask, apart from price being a concern, is there anything else that would prevent you from moving forward today? This prevents the whack-a-mole problem of solving one objection only to have another one pop up right after. And fourth, respond effectively. Only after you fully understand should you respond. And don't make it generic. Connect your answer back to what they shared earlier in discovery. For example, since reducing turnover is one of your top priorities, let's look at how we can help you achieve that while staying within the budget. When my clients' teams start using this approach, prospects feel heard, concerns are addressed, and the path to yes becomes clear. In fact, with the healthcare client I mentioned earlier, this is exactly what happened. At first, progress was slow, but as they practiced, results started to shift. Confidence grew, objections became conversations, not deal killers, and the team began closing more business without having to discount or push. If your sales team is strong in rapport discovery and presentation, but struggling to close, this is where deals slip away. I help CEOs like you build sales teams that close with confidence, without pressure, and without discounting. To see how the full 4-stage pyramid can transform your sales, let's have a conversation. And if you want to learn more about building the right sales infrastructure to support your team, check out this video as well. Prospects can fake spot. To see how the full